Welcome everybody to the 2018 IRF World Championships. My name is Tim Baghurst and I'm joined by Laura McCormick. Glad to have you here, Laura.
Thank you. Hi to everyone that's watching. It's been quite a start here to our World Championships. This is the last day of the round robin, if I'm correct, right, Tim?
It is indeed, and we're looking forward to this one because both players are undefeated in this draw. So the winner is going to have a top 7 seed. There's 7 groups in the women's bracket, and the winner of each is guaranteed kind of that top 7, which means that they're not going to face someone else who's won a group until at least the quarterfinals. That becomes pretty important. You don't want to be in the round of 16 playing somebody who's won 3 matches in their round robin. The chances are it's going to be a really tough match. So the idea is, let's get an easy round or 2 before I start to really have to put my body through it, because it's a long tournament and it takes its toll.
Yeah, there's a lot of players here who are playing singles and doubles. But not only that, yeah, just going through all these rounds, there's a lot of matches. For those of you that want to keep up with the latest results, I hope you're following the International Racquetball Federation on Facebook, or you can go to internationalracquetball.com.
So here we go. Munoz from Chile, Salas from Mexico. Both of them professional players. They've been playing internationally for many years. That looked like 2 bounces. Not called. Not necessary. Well, look at Munoz. A little look at the referee. Doesn't matter. She got the point.
She stays focused through that rally.
Another terrific serve. I like the idea of hitting that early in the middle, but it was a skip side out.
0 serving 1.
Good start for Munoz. You would certainly, I think, favor Salas, given Salas's pedigree at international level and also professionally. You would say that she is the favorite in this match, but Munoz can play with anybody.
That's right. You know, she trains out of California out there, and she also goes to school up in Colorado. This summer she was training with her coach there in the San Francisco Bay Area, so she's been ramping up for Worlds. And Salas, you know, she's really into CrossFit for her fitness.
Salas plays or trains in Monterrey. Her coach, Yanko Renteria, is down below us. Also teammate Montoya watches on.
Both Salas and Munoz have been to the World Championships before. And see if I can get an update on what their previous records were.
That's just beautiful. You can't do it better. Munoz, side out 1-1. I think we're going to see a very high quality match this afternoon. Power from Salas. She's really known for her forehand.
And she had time on that one to get around and hit it with that forehand too. 1-1 in game 1. Tough start.
Indecision from Munoz. Thought about taking it early, decided to wait. By then it was too late. Point for Mexico. Great serve from Salas. Z serve, but really short. And what that means is it comes across and you have to move forward rather than wait for it to come to the back. It's really a clever serve, but you have to get it right.
And is Salas playing doubles too with Longoria, or no? That's
She is not.
Alexandra Herrera is playing with Paola Longoria for doubles?
No.
No. That's a mix-up.
Wow, they got very close to each other, Munoz and Salas. You saw Salas having to back away from that swing. Side out 1-3. No, prior to this tournament, the Mexicans had a tournament to nationals to determine who competed in what category. And Herrera and Mejia beat Longoria and Salas in a very pulsating tiebreaker. Back and forth it went. And I believe it was an 11-10 or 11-9 tiebreaker win. And that allowed them to come and represent their country in doubles. So it's quite an upset, I think, for many in Mexico.
Yeah, that's great for Herrera and Mejia, because I just know Salas and Longoria have just traditionally been such a dynamic duo as a doubles, so that'll be an interesting mix-up to our World Championship women's doubles matches.
And it may be good for the pair and not having to play 2 matches a day.
Absolutely. Nice down-the-line winner for Carla Munoz. 2 serving 3.
De La Rosa double qualified in the men's side, playing singles and doubles with Alvaro Beltran, who won in 2016. You were there.
That's right.
Playing with Javier Moreno. But now he's playing with De La Rosa, trying to defend that title.
And Beltran and Moreno were partners for many, many years as well, representing Mexico. They are a funny duo as well. 3-3.
Salas wants something. She's not going to complain.
Yeah, she gets that side out.
We don't have appeals. We don't have line judges until at minimum the quarterfinals. And then I was told yesterday that even at the quarterfinals, we will not have line judges unless requested by the players or coaches. I think that's a testament to the quality of the officials, in that we don't need those line judges on a very frequent basis because of the good calling of the 12, 15 officials here at the World Championships, which is great for the sport. It allows the matches to go quickly because we're not using the appeals, and it allows the referees and officials to stay fresh and not have to stay here all day serving as line judges and refereeing.
Right. Yeah, it's a long day for everybody, not just the players sometimes.
You can see why Salas likes her forehand.
Yeah.
Really hits it with power, very cleanly, very confidently.
It is so interesting, too, how she just really favors it. You know, I mean, she's all the way over there in that left corner, and it seems like backhand doesn't even go through her mind.
That's beautiful, soft touch from Munoz. Didn't hit it too hard. Side out, 3-6. Yeah, again, when we watched Salas in that last rally, that backhand was very tentative, not very powerful, and she's kind of, I guess you could describe it as a sword and a shield. So
Right.
uses the forehand as her sword, and she defends with her backhand until she gets her opportunity on the forehand. Again, there's a good example. She just gets it to the backcourt, maybe gets a mistake, maybe gets an opportunity later. She's not going to try and roll that ball out.
But I think it's smart, too, because you force your opponent to maybe have that opportunity to make the mistake. And puts herself back in the service box.
It's a great Z serve. Timeout on the court by Munoz. It's 7-3.
This is the World Championships of Racquetball from Costa Rica at Club San Jose. And it's a beautiful facility. So nice of the Costa Rican Racquetball Association to be hosting the International Racquetball Federation World Championships.
And it was dramatic. The last 6 months have been dramatic trying to get to this point. And so we're so grateful for Costa Rica stepping up and really putting on a great tournament. Being here last year for the Pan Am Championships, I think, helped a lot because it handled some of the logistics of how do we do things and where do we need to go to get this and that and put this all together. But Osvaldo Maggi in the opening ceremonies talked about they were very close to just canceling the World Championships because of the trouble they had. Firstly, having to pull out of China and then Colombia. And so it became a very, what do we do? Can we put together a tournament in 2 months? And so, our thanks to Marcelo Gomez and all of the staff, volunteers, and everybody here in San Jose who've really, they put together an amazing event.
So much that goes on behind the scenes. We're happy to be here in Costa Rica. We have Samantha Salas leading 7-3 over Carla Munoz, Mexico and Chile in our women's singles match. There's a backhand winner from Salas. 8-3.
Playing very confidently, Salas. Forehand again.
Salas is so strong too. She's always been a player that I've admired for her strength. She gets so low, she has her racket ready every time, and then she's able to just swing away on that. 9-3.
And I have to say she's very well coached. And the Pan Am Championships, I was really impressed with her dedication to the sport and training. And I say that because she lost in the semifinals to her teammate Longoria, and the next day was down in the gym in the hotel getting ready for the next tournament. There was no, well, I'm going to have a pity party and have a holiday for 5 days and do nothing. It was, okay, that's just part of the process. I need to continue getting better. And it just highlights her professionalism. And I mentioned that to her coach, and he said, yeah, I have absolutely no trouble motivating her. I don't need to worry about her training off the court. I don't need to worry about her diet. She does everything right. And that's a testament of her success. She's been at the top, okay. Number 2, always to Longoria, who's arguably the greatest female player to ever hit the ball. But she's there every time. She's always competing. And that requires kind of that dedication and that consistency.
And I think her mental strength too, because it's got to be a challenge when, we were talking about that Salas and Longoria have been such a notorious doubles duo. So when you're number 2 to your doubles partner, playing against her in, professional tournaments, playing against her at Worlds and Pan Ams, that's really tough. But she is a true athlete through and through, a true professional, and she's such a pleasure to watch on the court because you really see that pay off, all of her dedication.
Yeah, and she has had a couple of successes in the last couple of years against Longoria, but not at the international stage. On the professional tour, yes, the format is different. You're playing 3 games, best of 5, I should say. Here, it's best of 3 to 15, win by 1. Tiebreaker to 11, win by 1. And it's a different environment. You're representing your country. You may not have your coach at a professional event. All of those little things have an effect, and your draw is different. You're playing different people from around the world, and it's a 7 to 9 day tournament as opposed to a weekend.
That's one of the things that I love about the tournaments like the World Championship is it kind of takes some of the individuality out of racquetball, right? That's such a thing, I think, from an outside perspective is, racquetball is an individual sport. But when you have it in a setting like this, the team dynamic is so fun to watch. You're playing singles, you're playing doubles. All your teammates, men and women, are here cheering you on, and you're together as a unit from the opening ceremony to the closing ceremony. And it's such a different experience from, our regular kind of pro tour life that a lot of these players also live.
Well, there's another example of how Salas has got to game point number 1. Didn't do much with her backhand, went to the ceiling. It was a good ceiling ball. And there's the first game, 15-3. It goes to Salas, using her backhand, keep her in the point, waiting for those opportunities on the forehand. Really didn't expect to see a score like this in the first game, Laura.
Yeah, because they had such a strong start. I mean, they were close all the way up until I think Salas started to really take the lead at 6-3 was when things just pulled away and Munoz couldn't really score anymore. 15-3 for our first game. Now, of course, anything can happen going into game 2. I think things could start off really close again. We'll see. I think it's going to come down to, as it usually does, that mental strength and mental focus, too. We talked about how strong Salas is in that. I know Munoz practices that a lot on her side as well, and so we'll see if that's something that now she can exhibit here in her last round-robin match before she gets seeded for the next round of 16s, which will start on Wednesday.
Well, thanks to all of you who've shared our feed on around the world. We appreciate your support. It's great to have so many different countries here. You know, even different styles of racquetball. It's just been a lot of fun to watch.
That's a good note. Yeah, it is fun to watch the different styles. There's 18 countries represented here at the World Championships this week. And some countries that we don't get to see too often, including Japan, Korea, India, Ireland is here.
We have Switzerland represented as
really?
well. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was the only player from Switzerland.
Well, we look forward to seeing you in action tomorrow, Laura.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, we won't, because tomorrow is a day off for the players and staff and coaches, and it's one of those things where you kind of need it. You've gone through 3 long days. Many of the staff or referees, etc., spend many hours here all day, and it just allows the opportunity to take a break, you know, relax a little bit, maybe see some of the sights of Costa Rica. But we're back in. Salas took the first 15-3. If you're just joining us, in complete control, dominating with her forehand.
Two quick points for Salas puts her at 2-0 in game 2. Oh, wow,
my goodness.
That ball makes it to the front wall. Salas kind of just throwing that backhand out there.
Well, some might call that a little bit lucky, but the reality is if you don't stick out your racket, if you don't try to make that effort, nothing good ever happens. For her, it just happened to hit the front wall. She'll take it, 3-0.
Yeah. See that effort pay off.
Mejia and Herrera come in to watch their teammate. They'll be in doubles action later this evening. Of course, we're going to watch the men's doubles pair, De La Rosa and Beltran, on this court as the last match of the evening. We hope you stick around for that. Could be a great one. They're playing Japan. Always enjoy watching the Japanese and Koreans compete. A little bit different style, but they give everything, just like every other team here, and you won't see them back down to anybody.
I think Munoz going for a little too much on that. Just trying to get that roll out. It's a side out now for Salas, 3-0. Nice serve. Right down the line, just out of reach.
I was just watching the expression of Munoz, and she's frustrated right now, and you can see why. How often do you play against somebody that hits the ball like Salas? Very rarely.
Wow.
And Laura, again, that great example of backhand versus forehand. Backhand, she's staying in the point, she's pushing it back, she's not going to skip the ball, and she's going to wait until that forehand comes. And so if I'm the coach of Munoz down there, we can see Pablo Faje talking to Munoz. Look, just put everything on that left side, everything on that left side, because until Salas runs over to hit it on the forehand and open up the right side, you're just, I mean, let's face it, you're getting killed on that right side. You lost the first 15-3, it's 5-0, and it's because Salas is just winning everything on that forehand.
Yeah, she's just too strong and too fast. If I'm in Munoz's position, right, looking at Salas. I mean, you see the way that she gets to every ball, and she has plenty of time to just whip right through it. The strength and the sound, and she gives a little call out too when she hits that ball.
I think it's a grunt, maybe.
He's giving it everything.
Well, she does, and you know, Salas never, you never see Salas relax. When she walks on the court, it's all in from the get-go, and you know, she knew that Munoz, I've got to beat Munoz to get that top seed, and she's come in very focused. And I mean, how many skips have you seen on the racket of Salas? One?
Yeah, not many. She's keeping her errors very low. That was short. Short serve. It'll be a second serve for Salas.
Side out, Munoz finally gets in the service box.
Yeah, Munoz kind of had that soft ball that she hit up to the front on, although Salas read it really well.
Oh, that will be an avoidable hinder.
It does look like she's trying to play off of, or play to Salas's backhand side there.
Yeah, just got caught.
Yep.
Correct decision from our official. One of the last singles matches of the day. Where did she win it?
Yep, she won it on that forehand side.
6-2 is the score. Garcia from Costa Rica looks on, and Piri over to my right. They're, going to be in action later on this court, taking on the Colombians. Franco and Mercado. Ooh, that was really close. I thought that was good.
Salas definitely wishes she had an appeal she could use right now. She threw that thumb up like she wanted one. Second serve, 6-2. Oh, big skip from Munoz. 7-2. Munoz keeping it on that left side of the court, and Salas forcing it to the right.
Finally a skip from Salas, the easiest one. But again, you saw that kind of tentative backhand. I'm just going to push it back down the line rather than go for anything. If you compared the average speed of the forehand and backhand of Salas, I think we'd see a huge differential.
Agreed.
There's a great example. Oh, good decision from our official. Munoz catches Salas with the backswing, so that's an avoidable hinder point.
3-7.
That time Salas puts one down the left. It was loose from Munoz. Maybe went for a little too much.
But I do like that Munoz has switched up her strategy. We're really seeing her playing now that ball, keeping it on the left-hand side and trying to attack Salas's weakness. Salas will serve 7-3.
Oh my goodness.
Right in the
Oh
face.
no.
Referee stepping on the court to make sure Munoz is okay.
That one.
Not
that
sure if
one.
that hit her ear or right in the cheek.
Well, it's just an unfortunate accident. Munoz started moving across as Salas went to hit around the world. Munoz can take an injury timeout. She's allowed up to 15 minutes for an injury such as that. She started moving across, and I think Salas was just trying to wrap it around the world. It's one of those just unfortunate accidents.
So coming up next, Tim, are we digging into the doubles matches for the afternoon?
We are indeed digging into the matches. Let's hope we find some gold.
Well, we are here at the World Championship, so I'm pretty sure we will find some gold.
Just not today. They
By
can
Saturday.
dig. There we go.
We'll be digging out till Saturday.
We are going into doubles. Colombia, Costa Rica is next. Colombians are already getting into the stands, and Costa Rica, of course, already here. It will be a full house. They love their racquetball here in the indoor club in San Jose. We follow that with the women's doubles. USA versus Korea. Both of those teams are undefeated, so the winner gets the top seed. And then we finish with the men's doubles. Mexican pair, probably the favorites, I think many would think. Of course, there's some teams who want to discuss that. They'll be taking on the Japanese pair. And it's going to be one of those matches where we'll see two very different styles. And we'll see what kind of, how quickly will the Mexicans start. Typically known for kind of starting slow and building. We'll see if they're in the mood to really get the pace on. Certainly the favorites in that match, and I would say to defend their title. Should also mention about the team title, Laura. This isn't just individuals competing for themselves. They're also competing for their country for a team title.
That's right. So an update down on the court. Munoz was unfortunately hit in the face with the ball by Salas, so we're on an injury timeout right now. We saw Munoz kind of take off. I'm assuming she's going to get some ice or somebody to look at that. It looked like she had been hit like in between the ear and cheek, if that makes sense for those of you that can't see a visual on that. But she was kind of hit on the left side of her face.
Well,
so, of course, we hope she's okay. We did mention she has up to 15 minutes of an injury timeout.
Should also mention that she has to play doubles later this evening, too.
That's right.
And when you get hit somewhere like there, it can affect your vision. We certainly hope she's okay. Salas is going back in the court to stay warm. Smart from her. We're just going to turn off the volume. We're just going to wait and see what happens here. Again, just a reminder that Munoz is entitled to up to 15 minutes per for total injury time. She's had 3. So we're just going to turn off the volume. We'll be back when we know a little bit more. Welcome back, everybody. Tim Baghurst, Laura McCormick here at the International Racquetball Federation, streaming on our live Facebook page. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate your support. We had a slight delay if you are just joining us because Carla Munoz was hit by the ball in the face by Salas. Complete accident, but clearly needed a little bit of time to regroup and refocus.
Yep, she's back out on the court, ready to go. It's 7 serving 3. Salas is serving. This is game 2. Salas won game 1, 15-3. Point for Salas makes it 8-3. Down the line winner for Salas. It's 2 points in a row since we came back.
Well, I think anybody who's scouting out Salas and Munoz needs to understand the difference between the left and right side of Salas. It's pretty clear. And even that winner there, it wasn't that confident. I'm gonna roll this out.
It wasn't, but I'm sure she does, you know, obviously she practices her backhand too. So if I'm hitting it to the left side, I'm keeping it away from the center because I want to make her move to get that ball to take away some of that confidence.
That's a terrific serve from Salas. Looks like Munoz is going to take her second and final timeout. Score is 10-3 in game 2. There's a hum around this center court now as Costa Rica know that they're coming up next. You can see people starting to filter in and fill the stands. It's been great having the tournament here all week. The crowd really know their racquetball, and I love it when they get into it and kind of groan when the referee makes a bad call or against their home team. And you know, there's been a lot of cheering and clapping on good shots and good rallies. They really know their racquetball, and you know, interesting story, Laura. Costa Rica wasn't even supposed to have racquetball. When they built this club, they were told to build squash courts, and the designer got it wrong.
No way.
And actually built racquetball courts.
Accidental.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And here we are because of a human error. You know, many years ago when this court was built, this club was built.
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, we're definitely happy to be here. We had the Pan American Championships last year in Costa Rica, so it's nice to be back in Costa Rica again. It's a fantastic club, and they have a really great kind of stadium, almost like seating here at Club San Jose.
And it's fun. We've got balconies, we've got windows, we have people hanging through them, and it's a great atmosphere. Great pickup, Munoz. And just terrific power again from Salas.
12-3 for Samantha Salas.
You remember last year, of course, when Acuna played Landa in the semifinal. It got very dramatic here, and the crowd really got into it, even though Acuna lost.
Yeah, that was Costa Rica versus Mexico, and Costa Rica really comes out here, and it was... Things got a little intense, too, and heated out there on the court as well.
You can actually catch that match on our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, look for International Racquetball Federation, and again, just search Acuna and Landa, and you can watch that match. It was a great match. Some technicals involved, if memory serves me.
Yeah.
Great pickup, Munoz. Salas, backhand.
Good defense.
What a rally.
Yes.
Oh, that's a nice shot from Munoz. The crowd love it here.
Great wide angle from Munoz. I love seeing this battle between the two. Munoz is trying to keep the ball on the left-hand side, forcing Salas to hit the backhand. Salas keeps forcing it to the forehand side. And Munoz wins with that nice wide angle. 3 serving 13. Short serve. She'll get a second serve. Interesting, unexpected error from Salas. Nice serve for Munoz. That gets her a point. She changes up the speed. And again, she's attacking that backhand. It's 4-13. Two good serves in a row from Munoz puts her at 5-13.
And if you look carefully, just beyond the short serve line, you'll see little gaps in the wall. And those gaps, if you can hit those gaps, it just kills the ball.
Is that for a crack serve? Are those there on purpose, or is that another accidental
I really
flaw?
don't know why they're there, but you can see 2 just beyond the short serve line, and you can see 1 up near the left-hand front corner. And if you hit those, it just changes everything with that ball. Cement walls. There's also 1 in the back right corner. Cement walls, gearbox black ball. We're at altitude. It's pretty fast in there. It's very humid. We talked to the Irish earlier today, and they mentioned how just the ball is so fast to what they're used to because of the climate differences. You know, in Ireland being much cooler, the ball is much, much slower. Here, of course, the ball is just flying around, and I spoke with well, let's finish, see if Samantha Salas can close out this match first. And she does with a crisp cross-court winner. Well, Samantha Salas puts on a display and kind of makes a statement with this 15-3, 15-5.
Well, and I think that's something that we expect from Salas too. You know, we talked about her kind of demeanor. Once she steps in that court, she is super fierce. She's out for blood, you know, and she goes for everything. So I think she not only wants to make a statement, but she wants to give herself the biggest spread that she can as well.